In this video we show you how to install a VOLspeed tuning module for the Bosch Smart System in a Cube Stereo Hybrid 140 with Performance Line CX motor and Kiox 300. All you need for the installation is a 3mm Allen key. Please note that the tuning is not suitable for bikes with a rim magnet. It can be identified as a rectangular block on the valve of the rear wheel. First remove the battery cover and then remove the battery. This prevents the risk of injury from the drive starting up unexpectedly during installation. Now remove the lower motor cover. On bikes other than the Cube Stereo Hybrid shown here, the cover may be fitted differently and other tools may be required. Now disconnect the two smaller connectors on the left-hand side of the connection area. Pay attention to the colors of the connectors. These are gray and black in the front. If there is no gray connector, your bike is either equipped with a rim magnet or with ABS. In these cases, this tuning cannot be used. Now connect the tuning module. Plug the 2-pin connector into the left-hand socket and the 4-pin connector into the other socket. Press the connectors in until you feel them click into place. Now plug the previously disconnected connectors into the tuning module. The black connector is connected to the 4-pin socket and the gray connector to the 2-pin socket. Again, make sure that the connectors click into place. To check the function of the tuning, insert the battery again. The module is initialized automatically the first time the system is switched on. A speed of around 25 km per hour or 15 miles per hour may be displayed briefly to calibrate the module. Now check whether the tuning can be activated by pressing the minus, minus and plus buttons in succession. The display should now show 32 km per hour or 20 miles per hour for 5 seconds. Now turn the rear wheel to check whether a speed is displayed. If not, check the electrical connections again carefully. You can also switch off the tuning again using the minus, plus button sequence. 25 km per hour or 15 miles per hour is briefly displayed as a hint. Immediately after activation, you can also use the plus and minus buttons to set the maximum speed with motor assistance. Each press of the button changes the limit by 1 km per hour. A maximum of 45 km per hour or 28 miles per hour is possible. As soon as you do not press a button for 5 seconds, the new limit is saved and the motor would assist up to this speed while riding. The so-called dynamic mode allows the motor to slow down more gently when the set limit is reached. You activate this mode with the sequence minus, plus, minus. If the display then shows 11 km per hour or 6.8 miles per hour, the mode is switched on. At 10 km per hour or 6.2 miles per hour it is switched off. The setting is saved. Optionally, you can also define a customized key sequence to activate tuning. This protects it from unauthorized use. It is possible to define any sequence of a maximum of 5 consecutive button presses as a new code. To do this, switch off the bike and plug the two 2-pin plugs of the tuning module together. then switch the bike on again. Wait about 10 seconds and switch it off again. This activates the code entry mode. Now return the connectors to their original position. Now switch the bike back on. The display shows 20 km per hour or 13 miles per hour. The code setting mode is active. Now set your own code by pressing the desired button sequence. In the example, we have defined the sequence plus, left, right, plus as the code. Each time you press the button, the speed is increased by 1 km per hour or approximate 0.6 miles per hour as confirmation. The code can consist of a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 5 button presses. Then switch the bike off again. This saves the code. It is best to make a note of your new code. You can now only activate the tuning with the code you have set yourself. Here in the example with the sequence plus, left arrow, right arrow, plus. After switching on, the set limit is displayed as before. However, you can always switch off the tuning with the sequence minus, plus, minus, plus. If you want to adjust the code again, simply reactivate the code setting mode. You can use all buttons on the control unit for the code except the power button. To complete the installation, remove the battery again. Position the module and the cables so that the cover can be refitted without crushing the cables. On our bike, we use the cavity directly in the connection area of the motor for this. But another installation location is of course also possible. For example, below or above the motor. Now refit the covers. Take care not to pinch any cables. The installation is now complete. Please note that if the tuning module is activated, the speed will unfortunately not be displayed correctly, as the tuning has no access to the display due to a tamper-proof data connection in the smart system. To demonstrate the behavior, we have mounted a separate speedometer on our bike that displays the correct speed. As you can see, the values match up to 23 km per hour. But from an actual speed of 24 km per hour, corresponding to around 15 miles per hour, the value displayed on the Kiox is too low. The Kiox is therefore useless for accurate speed measurement when tuning is activated. The distance traveled, average speed and maximum speed are also measured too low. However, the values displayed are correct when the module is switched off. So if the correct speedometer function is important to you despite tuning, you must use a separate bike computer or a suitable app for this purpose.